in Savannah during the height of Jim Crow.
This neighborhood has seen a lot of changes over the years.
My formative years was right in the height of segregation.
It's where former Savannah Mayor Otis Johnson grew up, protected from the realities that surrounded him just a few blocks away.
We would go down to Broughton Street, which was the main shopping district, and we couldn't eat at any of the restaurants down there.
An almost unimaginable reality in modern day, but the norm for the first 20 years of Johnson's life, which started in 1942.
When we went outside of our bubble and got into the, quote, white community, then there was always this tension of not knowing what to expect and wanting to get back into the bubble as quickly as possible because we were safe there for the most part.
When was the first time or first instance you saw someone who looked like you in a position of power?
So I always had powerful influences. It is when we started breaking down segregation that we began to see opportunities to be first. And we have worked that first thing to death.
Let's talk about 2008 a little bit, because I know for the Black community, that was such a huge barrier to be broken. Did you think you would see a Black president in your lifetime?
No, I didn't believe in my early years that I would live to see that, and to live to see him reelected, and to see him now in a place of honor. It's just so rewarding.
What do you have to say to people who have said, you guys have had your first African-American or Black president, you now have a female Black vice president, what are you complaining about?
That is always the racist argument. You can do this, you can do that, but look at the whole. Yes, we have these one-offs all of the time.
I'd like to call this meeting of the Savannah City Council to order.
I've been a lot of one-offs, but I don't take any great pleasure in being the first or the only, because I look around and I see my people, and the condition of the collective is not what it ought to be. And until the condition of the collective is what it ought to be, then I will never be satisfied with just being the one-off.
If you could time travel, go back to the 40s, 50s, 60s, and talk to yourself and say, you're going to see the first Black president in the history of this country. You're going to see the first Black female vice president in the history of this country. You're going to have a Black senator from the state of Georgia. Do you think you would have believed it, or what do you think your reaction would have been?
I would have believed it because I had people all around me telling me it was possible.